What's this one time? Is this a question? Hold on, wait. The NC just approved a one-time summer transfer window, July 7th to August 5th, for a new group called DSAs, Designated Student Athletes. What?
What is
so? If your grades good enough, you could. What? These players who aren't technically cut. I was just about you go ahead, Faye. Go ahead,
Faye. Read that for us.
All right. It says these players who aren't technically cut, but their coaches quietly don't want them anymore. With this, with the new NCAA roster caps, like the football's 105-man limit, a lot of walk-ons, and even some commits, they would lose their spots, so they can kind of jump into this portal.
Okay, so it's just like another portal.
It's the kids that are being asked to leave the program,
right? So this is after the spring when it's like, okay, we feel like we know who we want.
Right.
You are a good player, but you're probably not going to play.
But get somewhere in time to camp, get to the season and
right.
Get somewhere else. I like it.
Right.
It gives them opportunity.
It says keep your scholarship if you had one. Don't count against roster limits at new school. Can transfer freely during this new song. Okay, yeah.
It's looking out for the kids that pretty much get screwed over.
Right.
Because they'll keep them around as long as they can, then ask him to leave.
Right.
But know where to go.
We ain't got no more fucking time on the clock.
Yeah.
That shit do happen.
I like it.
Yeah, and it says here, it's basically a second chance for guys who were promised something before these new rules came into effect. And now, because coaches are maybe being encouraged to move on from certain kids, right. They have an opportunity now.
I like it.
Trying to get away from the old way of, college football, shit, like King said, shit. In our day, nigga, you got all them 5 stars and only 2 of them can play. So the rest of them gonna fucking, catch dust.
Man, I know we don't say this before, bro, but like looking at this, it's just like, damn, where does the true freshman high school kid fit in?
Screwed over.
Man.
Like, where do they fit in now? Like this is like another portal outside of another already portal.
If you're not a 5-star and going to Power 4, go to a lower power, not a mid-major, but a lower Power 4, they're going to come get you from.
Look, this like the new college football, like from high school to college, it's didn't change to where like you ask, well, shit, where do these high school kids coming in? Where do they fit in?
They're not going to Power 5.
They don't fit in. You got to make yourself fit in. Yeah. You have to put in the work either, off season, on the field during the season, get all your stats, accolades, train yourself the right way so you can come in and be ready. And they could be like, oh yeah, he come in, had that spring, he could be a contributor for us in the fall.
You can't be a project.
Right.
If you're a project, you got to go somewhere else
you gotta
develop and they're going to come get you.
You got to be somewhat polished coming out of high school, going into college, or you might end up being one of those guys that has to go to a smaller school or bounce around a few times because, the coaches might not see what they need to see you might got 2 of the 5 that you need, but shit, you need 4 of the 5 to play. Mm-hmm. So it's like, shit, well, I don't know what we could do, my man. It's like, it's tough.
Man.
It's a hard world out there. Y'all see this transfer portal didn't change the game, NIL, all that stuff.
And I feel like the players too, I do see that. I feel like the players are not for nothing too, they staying longer.
Depends on where and what their situation is, but yeah, some of them are. They gonna stay longer. Like they not just like
some of them that bread.
Some of them will, yeah, definitely.
Man.
But it's different, like the whole landscape of, like you said, from high school to college recruiting has completely changed.
Oh, for sure.
It's completely different.
Yeah, no, man. Look, man.
Yeah, I got a question for you guys about, you guys talking about the landscape of recruiting changing. How do you guys feel the effect of that as being like, is it affecting the product on the field? Do you think that these younger kids are getting kind of squeezed out of these, let's say, SEC type programs? Do you think the level of play in the SEC is raising because now they're having maybe older transfers coming in, or do you guys see any type of difference in the pre-portal era versus now?
It's definitely different. I don't know about like better or worse, because of course, like it's we playing a different era of football technically. Mm-hmm. But now it's like, it's hard to say if it's better or worse. You are getting maybe more guys who have experience playing that are getting into certain roles. It's different. But it's like, it's just different because you're seeing kids come from, different conferences or different, styles of football in their region or whatever, and then coming down to the SEC and, trying to get them guys into, I guess, whatever this blended SEC culture is now, to where it's not the same SEC that we, knew before. It's still the strongest conference in college football, don't get me wrong, but it look a little different, I don't really know though. I don't really know, because some of the guys that come in from the transfer portal are good and they are polished players and they do just fit right in, but not everybody has that same experience, and I've seen it a few times. Shit, they had a corner at LSU. That boy was there for 2 games. Transferred in from Syracuse or something. He was there for like 3 games, and we never seen him again. No, I'm like, bruh. He was a corner, bro. I remember he was starting. He transferred over, and she was struggling, bro. And I'm like, well, shit.
I will say this. I agree with you. It's not like better or worse. It's just different.
Yeah.
The game is played different. The game is policed different. Mm-hmm. It's called different. So it's a different type of game. So it's hard to say whether it's better or worse because it's completely different.
Right.
If it was still as physically dominating as it used to be,
right,
it might not be as good. But the way that, like you said, the way that the game is policed and called now, it's a different and played now. It's a completely different game. So it's hard to say whether it's better or worse. I mean, it's still good. The competition level is still high. So I feel like that hasn't changed. That's still the same.
Let me ask you this, Kane, because like we always say this, when it comes down to SEC, one thing that's always going to be superior is the trenches on both sides.
Up front, absolutely.
Both sides. So from that standpoint, let's say you do got like one of these young pups or that's coming in. Do you see more of a true freshman on these front lines like you did back in the day, or are those front boys coming in transfer portal?
And that's now, like, that's the thing they're going to. A lot of that now is guys they're bringing in. It's a lot less Andre Smiths.
Yeah.
Now than what it used to be. Now Andre would have been fine regardless because he was like that. But like for me, for example, like I was a project kid. Like I had to come in, put some weight on. Yeah. It took me 2 years to get to the point where I was ready to play. So now if I was coming out, I probably wouldn't have gone to Auburn. I probably would have had to go somewhere else to develop and then got picked up from there. So you're seeing a little less of that. Like Jordan Seaton came in and went and did it at Colorado. So it's still guys that still come in and do that, but it's not as many as it used to be. Okay. Because back then, like they bring you as a freshman, throw you out there, and you cut your teeth.
Oh yeah.
But now they're not taking that. Now they'd rather get a guy that's been in college, been in the college system. He knows how classes work. He knows how the schedule works. They bring those guys in, and those guys are plug and play more so than the young guys. They help bring the young guys along. So you're seeing a lot less of that now. But I mean, I know being a kid that got tossed in the fire early on, I'm grateful for how I went through what I went through.
Facts.
Not having to do all that. I went down there and got tossed in the fire early, and you either man up or you get tossed. You get tossed out the club.
Fucking weak. Okay. Yeah, no, it get real out there.